A great many people choose to stay out of the malls on Sundays for religious reasons. But this next story in our news tonight is about Christians who are flocking to a mall every Sunday morning for religious reasons. A large Halifax area congregation is using a suburban shopping mall for Sunday services while its new church is under construction. CTV's Leah Whitehead with the story of an amazing Sunday morning transformation.
Long before daybreak, the transformation begins at Bedford Place Mall. Retail meets religion as the hallways fill up with chairs for an unusual Sunday service. 3.5 hours later, the makeshift pews are packed with people.
Let's stand and shout it from the mountaintop. Let Bedford Place Mall know that our God lives.
But in the mall, at least for now, the congregation of Stone Ridge Fellowship Church needs a place to worship while their new church is being built. Not only is the mall free, it's big enough to seat the 900 adults and children comfortably. Every youngster swiped in by their parents for security reasons. It's an extravagant setup, a huge production that looks more like a rock concert than a Sunday morning church service. 5 flat-screen TVs so people in the back of the mall can see, lights, cameras, even a producer who oversees all the action.
And the sheep could not walk across the grid.
The service is beamed live via satellite to another location in Nova Scotia where dozens more watch. And that's not counting the hundreds of people all over the world who are watching on the church website.
But we need to be relevant to our society. And even this mall experience, this is temporary, this is a transition, but we're trying to be relevant and meet people where they really are.
This isn't the first time this church didn't have a building. When it began 30 years ago, the founding members were meeting at a local hall.
They've been meeting in the mall for 3 weeks now, and it's beginning to feel like home.
The first Sunday that we came here and we drove in, there was this sense of our walls had been torn down and we were exposed, and it wasn't an uncomfortable feeling, it was exciting.
Winifred Hack is a greeter. She says she's not put off by praying in a public place.
And they have everything there that anybody wants to know Jesus, they'll find him there.
But they have to look before noon.
So following this gathering here,
the 10 a.m. service is over by 11:30. Tear down and cleanup takes half an hour. The doors of the mall open for Sunday shoppers at noon.
I think the mall is delightful. It's a place where people meet and gather and fellowship one another. It really helps our name, doesn't it, Stone Ridge Fellowship, because that's what a mall is all about, fellowship.
While it may seem like an unusual relationship, everyone seems to be sold on the idea. They'll be raising the roof every Sunday morning at Bedford Place Mall until the second week of September. Leah Whitehead, CTV News, Bedford, Nova Scotia.
Thank you, Leah. We're going to take a short break. We still have a great deal more here on the Monday edition of CTV News. Our feature interview tonight is with the leader of the NDP, Jack Layton. We'll be talking politics and, of course, policy with Mr. Layton here in the second half hour. Also ahead tonight, the Olympic sport of ski cross. It's going to make its Olympic debut in Vancouver. We'll take a look at one of the country's best medal hopes on the road to Vancouver here after 6:30.